Hi all! Spring is coming, weather is getting warm, and I'm starting to ride my e-bike. I like to keep my iPhone with me when I'm riding a bike to have it visible for navigation, maybe glancing quick notifications and so on. And for that I need a mounting system to attach the phone on the bike. I have been trying two of them, one from Peak Design and another one from Quadlock. Both of them offer wide variety of cases for different models, both Android and iPhone models. Wide variety of mounts too, so not only for bicycles but also for motorbikes, for cars. I think Peak Design even has that kind of sticker mount that you can, for example, stick to your wall and have your phone attached to the wall in your kitchen, for example, where you do cooking and maybe want to browse recipes or watch your favorite TV show or whatever. So yeah, these can be very useful and very versatile. Both of these cases have their pros and cons. I will be going those through today. I will also introduce you to the mounting systems both of these manufacturers offer. And at the end of the video, I will tell you which one is my favorite one. I've been using both of these for several months on my bicycle in previous summer, so I have quite good experience on both of them. And yeah, I have some opinions. Okay, hope you enjoy this. Okay, let's take a closer look at these two cases. On the left we have the Quadlock case and on the right the Peak Design case. Immediately you can see that the mounting systems look quite a bit different. Quadlock has much bigger mounting system. Peak Design has much more smaller mount point here on the back. Case design itself, it's similar in the sense that there is a lip for the camera bump, protecting the camera lenses from scratching if you drop the phone on the back. You can see already from the camera bumps that on the Peak Design it's much more protruding, and that's because the Peak Design case is overall a little bit thinner. I think the Peak Design was like 2.4 millimeters thick, while the Quadlock is 4.2 millimeters, so there's a difference there. It's not so visible maybe on camera, but it's definitely noticeable. From the back, the surface texture is very different. So Quadlock has this kind of rubberized, very rugged texture here. It feels super sturdy, no wobble at all. I maybe prefer a little bit more the Peak Design's texture. So this has more like a fabric-like texture. Both have very nice soft touch texture, but I think the Peak Design case has a little bit nicer texture and feels maybe less rugged, but more like really for everyday use. Peak Design also a little bit more give when you're flexing it than the Quadlock has, but both are very sturdy and protect well the phone. So here we have the hole for the mute switch, or if you have a newer iPhone, I think here will be the action button. Then there is a volume rocker. So these are not like actual buttons, they are just this kind of protruding plastic elements here, so no actual click or anything, but they feel still very nice when they are on a phone, so it actually feels more like a button when you're pressing them. So those are pretty much identical. On the other side we have the lock buttons. On top there is nothing. On the bottom, yeah, there are the holes for the speakers and also for the charging port. For some reason Peak Design have these extra holes here on each side. Not quite sure what is the purpose of these. There is no like any speaker holes or anything in these corners. Inside both cases have this kind of nice soft feeling. Quadlock has again a bit more rubber feeling on the inside, while the Peak Design case has the same texture inside as it's on the outside. Sides on both cases are rubber inside, also very solid protection if you happen to drop the phone also on its side. Let's take a look how much these cases weigh. First the Quadlock case. It's probably not visible on the camera, but it weighs 48 grams. Then the Peak Design case, 41 grams, so Peak Design is 7 grams lighter, and I think that's also, it is enough to notice when you are holding this in hand. Try this on a phone. So I have here iPhone 14 Pro. Let's put it in. Yeah. So very good fit. It is slightly bulky, I would say. It's quite unavoidable with these cases, as this mounting system takes some volume inside the case. But also I can feel that it's very well protected, so even if I drop it on its face, there is enough this lip that it keeps the screen protected. Yeah, all the speakers and the ports are visible and available to flick the mute switch here. Yes, everything works, and these buttons, yeah, once the case is in place, the buttons actually work very nice. Okay, let's take a look at the big design case. Oops, all right, pressing all the buttons. Yeah, so the case maybe slipped on a little bit easier than the quad lock, as this is maybe flexing a lot, slightly more than the quad lock. It feels lighter, it feels also slimmer, so definitely if you prefer more lighter design for your case, big design is the better of these two options. This is a case that I would easily, even if I didn't use the mounting system, I could probably use this case just as a standard case from the phone. Yeah, but all the ports and speaker holes are here available, and buttons, they work great. Yeah, very nice click once the case is in place, and good protection, similarly to quad lock. There is that little protrusion on the sides here, so it protects the screen. If you haven't checked, by the way, my previous video where I reviewed this Anker Cube charger, please have a look. But it's now paying a visit in this video also, as I demonstrate the MagSafe connectivity. So yeah, quad lock Mag case is the case you wanna pick from the quad lock shop if you want the MagSafe option. They also have the case without the MagSafe charging option, but the Mag case is the one that has the MagSafe support. And it's very solid connectivity here. Yeah, very strong magnetic connection, and I've been using this case for many months and never had any problem with the magnetic charging. So basically same with the big design. Here you don't have that ring, but it aligns quite effortlessly. Also, whichever orientation you want to use. The magnetic hold is not as strong with the big design case as it is with the quad lock, but it is definitely strong enough to keep it in place. Let's next look at the mounting system. So let's do quad lock first. So here's the case, and this is the bar mount, or was it stem mount? Anyway, they have multiple different mounting options for cars, motorbikes, bicycles. This is a bicycle bar mount. I basically chose this as this has the most minimal look. It kind of blends in relatively nicely to my bike's front stem, and you can either attach it on the bike using this kind of rubber bands, or of course you can use just zip ties for more permanent secure connection. I mean, these rubber bands have been very durable, they haven't broken. If you maybe are afraid that someone gonna steal the mount from your bike when it's parked, zip ties are more secure solution for that. So all the quad lock mounts, the functionality is the same and the mechanism is the same. So you align the mount on the back. Basically, you are just twisting the case on top of this quad lock mount. And well, you see, there is a bit of a struggle to find that correct alignment. There it is. Then you press and then it kind of clicks in place. So basically, when you are doing this on a bike, for example, you kind of like try to find the correct alignment and it clicks in place. It's maybe a little bit hassle to find the correct alignment for it, but it's very tightly fitted then once it's there, so it doesn't come loose by itself. To release it, you just press the collar down, again twist it to reverse and it comes off. So relatively simple system. Quad lock case, you cannot twist it. So if you want to have phone horizontally, you need to remove it from the mount and then just align it again. Find that alignment and put it in a horizontal position like this. Mounting system name for big design is Slim Link. So they have this standard mounting system, and again you can get different kind of mounts. You can get for motorbike, you can get for bicycle different kind of mounts. This is the universal bar mount, so basically it's just a rubber strap that you kind of put through this hook, and then it kind of loops around, for example, the bar of your bike. I've been using this one because I like to switch this mount from my bicycle to my e-scooter. If I wanna one day take e-scooter out, I can easily take this off from my bike and put it to another vehicle. The mounting system is quite a bit simpler, a lot of simpler actually. So it uses MagSafe magnets to align the mount in place. So you just bring it there and that's it, click. It's in the place, it doesn't come off. And to get it off, it's equally simple. So there is 2 buttons here on both sides. So here is another button and here's another. And it's enough that you press only one of them. And you press it and simultaneously you pull it off and it comes off. That's it. So it's really, really nice. All the magnets in the case and in the mount align it correctly in the place. You don't need to find the alignment spot like you need to do with the quad lock, and taking it off is equally easy. And despite using magnets, there is also a physical or mechanical locking system. So you can see that when pressing this button, there is these mechanical lips here that actually secure it in place. And it is very secure. Similarly secure as quad lock. I haven't had any problems with phone falling off from the mount. One nice advantage Peak Design has over quad lock is that you can rotate the case while it's on the bike. Peak Design's universal bar mount, essentially a thick elastic band, doesn't provide the same rigidity as the quad lock system. When riding over potholes or bumps, your phone is likely to sway and bobble around a fair bit with this mount. With the Peak Design case, you can remove the case from the mount with one hand, while with quad lock, it tends to be a two-handed operation. So I was initially quad lock user, but I had some issues with their mounts, especially the color system not being as smooth as it should be. I had some replacements from them for the mounts, but it seems that even the replacements ended up having some issues later. I think I prefer the Peak Design more, just because it's much better at the most important thing that it does, which is the mounting and unmounting the phone from my bike. This just works so much more effortlessly and reliably than the quad lock. Even though I think maybe quad lock's mechanism is more secure when it works, and also there is no wobble really at all with the quad lock, while this is quite wobbly when you are going on a gravel or some bumps. But yeah, the Peak Design is also, in my opinion, much better on everyday use. I don't like to be constantly switching the cases because, yeah, almost daily I ride my bike, so I like to have a case that is comfortable to use also on daily basis. This is thinner, lighter. The nice texture of the Peak Design is much more preferable over the rubberized surface of the quad lock. If I would be doing really hardcore, let's say mountain biking or trail biking, I would probably go with the quad lock because it is probably more protective than the Peak Design. But for everyday biker, I would go with the Peak Design. What do you think? Have you experience of any of these mounting systems, or do you have some other case and mounting system that you would like to recommend to me to try out? I'd be happy to hear about it. Please leave your suggestions and comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you again.